I'm Meg with LensProToGo, and in this video I'm going to be covering how to assemble the Ikelite housing with a 5D Mark III and 16-35 lens. If this is your first time doing this, we recommend watching the first video in the series where I talk about important procedures on how to maintain O-rings and how to perform a 360 dunk test to ensure that the housing has no leaks before sealing your camera and lens into the housing. The first step in getting the unit set up is to attach your camera to the housing itself. Locate the tripod mount on the bottom of the camera and screw the base of the back of the housing to the camera. It's a flat mount screw, so if you don't have a flathead screwdriver, you can always use a coin or key to tighten it. Next, we'll attach the sync cord to the hot shoe of the camera and make sure that it slides all the way forward. Specific to our configuration, the 16-35 is the ideal lens. There are other lenses that are compatible with this port and dome, however we don't recommend them. The end diameter is too large to go through the port, so for now we're going to leave that off. Now we're ready to put the two halves together. This would be the time to insert 1 or 2 silica packets under the base plate so they're not moving around within the housing to prevent internal moisture. Once you have the front and back together, check to make sure that the O-ring is touching on the back before fastening the lid snaps. As a general rule for all housings with multiple lid snaps, you should close the snaps on the opposite sides at the same time to properly seal it. Now fasten the top. You'll be able to see the O-ring on the back is sealing as the snaps are fastened. Check the back to make sure that the O-ring looks blacker and compressed around the entire face of the housing. Any gaps in the compression means that the water could get in. Unsnap the fasteners and try it again if this happens. If you're using the zoom function on the lens, drop the clear zoomed gear ring into the front of the housing. Next we'll attach the port. Lift up on the 4 port retention clips and slide backwards. Slide the thinner edge of the port down into the face of the housing and then push the clips forward to secure the port. It's important that the clips can slide back and forth. If they are also able to still lift up, tighten them down with a screwdriver, but do not over-tighten. Over-tightening the screws will strip them. If you are using the zoom function on the lens, you'll need to attach the zoom spring ring. When doing this, pull up on the ring and stretch it over the lens as opposed to sliding it on. Sliding it can tear off the foam underneath. Make sure the 2 clips are facing down or away from the front of the lens, and always away from any buttons on the lens such as the automatic or manual focus slips so that the clips don't bend. The next part is tricky and may take a few tries. Locate the alignment dot on the lens and match it up with the alignment dot on the camera through the port. Line up the clips with the slots on the clear zoom ring and slide the lens down into the port and attach to the camera. Test out the zoom knob on the left of the housing to make sure that the zoom ring is properly attached. To attach the dome, match up the threads until it starts spinning freely. If it doesn't spin freely, you may have cross-threaded the dome on the port, so undo it and try again. You will get to the point where the port is spinning with the dome. To tighten the dome all the way, hold the port with one hand and spin the dome until it's snug. You should not over-tighten the dome because once the housing is underwater, the pressure will seal everything together. If you over-tighten the dome, you risk damaging the housing. Once in the water, it's still important to submerge slowly and do a 360 dunk test as we showed you in the first video. Once you are sure there's no leaks, you're good to go. From my own personal experience, taking your camera and lens into the water for the first time is definitely scary. But following the instructions we gave you in this video and maintaining those O-rings like we showed you in the first video, you'll be good to go. As always, if you have any questions, tweet or email us.